There we go. Hello? Hello guys, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? It's another Tuesday. That means it's time for another episode of Other BULLGAR. By the way, this mga bago lang sa stream. Hi, ako po si Muscle Cruz, Carabao, Biker, Page VTuber na bagong gising lang. Gumising ng maaga para lang dito sa episode na to. Well, it's the consequences of my own actions. Now I have to wake up early every Tuesday. Actually, every Tuesday, Thursday. Pero, yeah. So, ano ba to? Teka lang. Ano bang ginagawa natin dito? Well, para dun sa mga bago lang dito. We're actually here to just listen to two things. Tabloid news, tsaka isa pa yan. Tabloid news, tsaka shoutout sa mga PHV tubing community. So, kumain na ba kayo? Kasi ako, hindi pa. I kinda didn't, nagising ako maaga, pero natulog uli ako. Tapos nagising uli ako. Gising ko lang. Finally succumbed to the horse girl game. Oh no! Well, actually ako, bukas. Bukas. Testing ko yan ng matino. Dinownload ko na siya sa phone to check. Kaso parang iba daw yung experience sa phone. So, sa Steam na lang. Yung Steam version na lang. Anyway, so, start tayo ng mga 9:10 na pala. So, let's start the news. Para mamaya, para makaano na agad tayo. Para makakain na agad ako. So, let's see, our first news for today. Okay, friendly reminder that I don't know what I compiled yesterday. Kasi antok na ako. Nung ginawa ko to. So, start natin ng tortoise. A tortoise starts house fire. Okay. Medyo naaalala ko to. Medyo lang, pero not really, sabi dito sa sources ko, this happened in Mitcham, South London. A tortoise accidentally sparked a fire in the flat after knocking over its heat lamp onto some hay bedding, which quickly caught fire. The London Fire Brigade responded with 4 engines from nearby stations, and when the crews arrived, they rescued the tortoise and a black dog found hiding under the stairs. The blaze was brought under control in under an hour, and thankfully both pets were unharmed. The fire caused only minor damage to the flat, and authorities reminded pet owners to secure heat lamps properly and keep flammable materials away from them. So, did they put the candle on top of a tortoise? Well, that's a good question, but not really, but yes, kind of. Yung heat lamp, kasi di ba, una, malamig sa kanila wherever South London is. It's colder than PH. Ang problema, yun nga, reptiles tend to be inactive kapag wala silang proper heating. So, kung ano man itong ginawa ni owner is naglagay ng heat lamp. Ang problema, it's right next to dry hay, yung bedding nung pagong. So, yeah, that is why that shit caught on fire. Oh my god, wait lang. 3% na lang yung battery ng phone ko. BRB. So, I am back. Nagsaksakan ako ng phone. Shameless plug, guys. Shameless plug. So, ewan ko kung problema yun dito sa atin. I don't think that would be a problem for turtle keepers here sa Pilipinas. Kasi mainit naman dito sa atin by default. Kahit tag-ulan. I mean, technically, malamig pag tag-ulan. Pero, it's a level ng lamig na kayang itolerate ng pagong dito. They don't have to worry about freezing or being super slow sa metabolism dahil lang sa sobrang lamig. A farmer had a pet turtle once. Kaso I think she either donated it to DNR or nakawala lang siya mag-isa. So yeah, aside from being escape artists, they are apparently arsonists as well. So ingat guys sa pag-alaga ng pagong. Baka pag-uwi niyo wala na kayong bahay. So yeah, that is our first news for today. Medyo extreme yung start natin. So our next news is woman's house flooded by Amazon packages. Okay, this one, I'm not sure if I want to be in the same position as this person because on one hand, it's unwanted loot. On the other, it's technically free stuff. So this happened in San Jose. A woman named Kay has spent over a year receiving hundreds of unwanted Amazon packages, mostly filled with false leather car seat covers. A Chinese seller listed her home as the return address, causing parcels to pile up in her yard and block her driveway, making life difficult for her and her elderly mother. Oh no! Despite repeated complaints to Amazon, the shipments kept coming, and at one point, Amazon offered her a $100 gift card and told her to donate or throw away the items. After media attention, Amazon finally stepped in, cleared the packages from her property, and promised to stop further deliveries. The bizarre ordeal highlights how sellers can exploit return systems, leaving innocent people stuck dealing with mountains of unwanted goods. That's me when packages from my younger sister and mom starts coming in yesterday. I mean, yeah, imagine ganito nga. I guess this is also this also gives you an idea how many return orders are processed. Kasi for a seller talaga hassle yung mga yung mga return orders. Either kunwari hindi na tripan nung for example, the customer didn't like the quality of the product, they have to send it back. The seller has to shoulder some the processing, the refund ganun. So I guess they think it was better. Yeah, I think it was much better for them to how do I put this? To just throw it somewhere else instead of trying to take it back. Kasi pag nakuha nga nila yun, anong gagawin nila doon? Diba? It's just gonna sit in their warehouse, ganun. Although for me, I'd probably do something about it. I'd probably donate it, or make some small profit of it. Like, hey, you're giving me what, car seat covers? I'm sure there's a market for that. Even if the defective ones, at the very least, you can donate it somewhere. Although, di pa naman kami nakakaranas ng natambakan kami ng ng ganitong type ng product. Several times na nangyari though, we have to return the product. Either it's damaged or it's not the right product. Tapos may ibang cases na if it's not the stuff we ordered, the seller just like, oh, forget about it, we're just gonna refund. Have fun with it. Pero in most cases naman, pag talagang hindi naman kami nagre-reklamo sa quality ng product unless it's completely unusable. Anyway, so that is the second news for today. The third news for today is quite something. This is called Balls Out Bowling. Yep, that's what it's spelled. That's what it is. That's what it's called. So this is in Western Pennsylvania, and this is hosted by the Pittsburgh Area Naturalists, which is basically a nudist club. So for those who don't know, a nudist club is exactly what you think it is. It's a club of people who like being naked on the regular. Yep, they do not want clothes. I mean, they're fine wearing clothes. It's just that they prefer not wearing anything. And the only time they do that is So this happened at Crafton Ingram Lanes in Western Pennsylvania in Pittsburgh. And this happened July 12. So that was like yesterday. No, that was like this weekend. Okay, last weekend. Di ko alam kung anong date na ngayon. So you just have to pay $30 to get in. You have to be over 18, of course, naturally. So you have to be over 18, and for $30 you can join the event. It's 4 hours of unlimited bowling and shoe rental. So basically, you still have to wear the mandatory bowling shoes because you'll slip. Basically, hindi pwedeng naked. You still have to wear shoes so you don't slip on the surface. The women may optionally wear bottoms. Yeah, I really let them feel the breeze. Yeah. They saw way more balls than the bowling balls. So attendees are advised to bring a towel, because things can still get sweaty, and a bag for their things. The organizers emphasize that this is a okay, I'm not sure if I buy this, but the organizers emphasize that this is a family-friendly naturist gathering. What? No photography, no sexual activity, and zero tolerance for harassment. So it's just a bunch of naked dudes just being normal about it. The event welcomes individuals of all genders, all sexualities, and body types, aiming to offer a carefree, inclusive experience. So that's the thing about nudist colonies. A lot of people get the idea that, oh, if you go to a nudist colony, you can just go there and be, I don't know, horny all you want or something like that. But no, it's not like that. It's definitely not like that. It's just them that they're just putting it all out, but they're not being sexual about it. They just carry over. They just carry on their regular tasks. Imagine just a normal day, except without clothes. So it's not entirely normal. My cats are playing. Oy, baka dyan. Mamaya may taob mo yun. Sige, yari ka. Yari ka, farmer. Anyway, so yeah, that's our third news for today, and that means it's time for wait, there's another blank white screen in there. That means it's time for another nababasag na balita. Wasak na wasak, parang puso ni Nasty Mac. Rest in peace. And yeah, ano ba ang ating sunod breaking news? Well, I'm glad to say it's nothing too harmful or nothing too extreme, but it is still kind of menacing, guys. Kasi sabi ni Bibe from Day Job, you have to tell her that she is cute. Sabi niya, tell me I'm cute, with her gremlin avatar. So do it, guys. If you see this gremlin, if you see this small duck thingy VTuber, please, for your own sake and hers too, tell her she's cute. Maybe give her a pat on the head or a hydrate redeem, any of those. It's for the good of the PHB tubing community, guys. So pag nakita nyo siya, just remember what I said. And as always, guys, like and share if you pray. And let's just go back to our regular programming. And oh my god, what the look at this. Wait, sabi nila kanina first they have nude beach colony, now they have nude bowling alley. You know what they need? A noodle shop. Get it? Because noodles has the word nudes. Anyway, yeah, next natin na news. Let's go to this one. This is a Chihuahua. Actually, it looks more like a Papillon. This is a mix. It looks like a mix. So, a Chihuahua helps save a hiker. So yeah. So how did this happen? This happened in Switzerland, by the way. So while crossing the Phi Glacier in southern Switzerland, this happened on July 3, a hiker broke through a snow bridge, ooh, that's scary, and fell about 26 feet into a narrow crevasse. Equipped only with a walkie-talkie, he managed to call for help, but unfortunately, since he's trapped underneath, he could not be located in the vast icy expanse. Oh, that is some weird ass writing we have right there. So basically, he's still under the snow. So snow bridges are kind of scary. They're like loose snow, but they're just dense enough that they form a bridge. The moment you step on them, it loosens up, or the snow bits loosen up, and then next thing you know, you're trapped in a crack, or even worse, you just fall to your death. So a helicopter rescue team with Air Zama launched a search. Roughly 30 minutes in, one of the rescuers spotted the hiker's Chihuahua pacing atop a rock near the abyss. The little dog's position gave away the exact fall site, allowing the rescuers to rappel down, retrieved the man, and airlift both him and the dog to a hospital and FESP. No one was seriously hurt. Elzamat hailed Chihuahua as a four-legged hero, crediting it with likely saving its owner's life in what could have been a tragic alpine ordeal. So, buti yung aso hindi siya nag-freak out or nag-freeze to death, no? Madaling naman makita yan. Madaling makita naman yung mga Chihuahua na yan. You'll know because you can sense their anger from coming from a mile away. So, you can imagine the helicopter, the pilot is like, oh, I wonder where this lost person is. Kasi the guy is talking to them via walkie-talkie, diba? Dito ako, just follow the bad vibes emanating from this Chihuahua, and then they can see this dark aura acting like a very violent aura. Oh guys, follow that dark purple glowing aura thingy. I guess not all Chihuahuas are raging angry rats with a Napoleon complex. I still think all Chihuahuas are like that. I remember because one of my best friend, four of my best friends are vets. Pero this particular one worked at a clinic where there's this Chihuahua na hindi na kinuha ng may-ari. They just left it there. No, it basically became a clinic pet. Naging clinic pet siya. Oh my goodness, that thing is just vicious. I'm not sure if it bites. I couldn't tell because it's always behind the glass door. Pero every time I look at it, it's just like it's always it has a permanent snarl. Chihuahuas are angry. Alam mo yan, siguro nung hinahanap nila yung rescuer, I bet the Chihuahua was like snarling at the owner, like, bakit kasi tumapak dyan? You know how sometimes when you have someone nagging you when you're driving, oh my God, bakit tayo nabangga, kasalanan mo to? Something like that. Bakit kasi tumapak dyan sa may snow bridge na yan? Ganun siya. But yeah, but thanks to the dog, na madali siyang nakita. Could have been easier if the dog was a bit bigger though, right? If it was a golden retriever or a German Shepherd or a Husky, di ba? Baka mas madali pang nahanap nung air nung helicopter, nung air rescue yung nawawalang hiker. So yeah, on to our next news. So next is natin. Oh, okay. So if you see a Chihuahua help save hiker, our next one is Domino's help a regular's life. Domino's help save a regular's life. May typo pala ako apparently here. So this happened in Oregon. So pizza saves lives too. Oh my God. So if a Chihuahua can do it, a pizza can also. So this one happened to a certain Domino's Pizza regular. His name is Kirk Alexander of Salem, Oregon. So he was ordering Domino's Pizza almost every day for almost 10 years. Diba? Imagine being... Alam mo, naisip ko lang tayo. Imagine being able to purchase a box of pizza almost every day. Mahal kaya ano? Magkano pizza dito sa atin? 400, 300 to 400. Hindi pa buy one take one yun, diba? So this guy was able to do that almost every day. He orders some pizza. Siguro kilala na siya pag tumawag siya. Hey, the usual. It's like, oh, yo, it's that guy. It's Kirk. Just send the usual pizza his way. But one day, actually no, but for 11 days, hindi siya umorder. There was a time na he didn't order for 11 days. So the local branch of Domino's was like, hey, our regular is not buying pizza. What happened to him? So the Domino's pizza manager actually sent a delivery boy to check on that regular. and the TV was on, the lights and actually the lights and the TV was on, but then but Kirk wasn't responsive. And when the driver called for emergency services kasi na-concern nga sila, they opened the house and they found out that Kirk is on the floor suffering from a serious medical issue. So thanks to the Domino's team noticing the missed order and taking action, Kirk received emergency care and survived. The staff's attentiveness turned on what could be a fatal situation into a life-saving moment. And question ko lang, so 11 days? Oh my goodness. Imagine being in trouble that you can't do your regular routine for 11 days. Actually, that just made me remember that he asked me why I haven't ordered lately. Oh no, nalulungkot sila, hindi ko umorder. Pero weird, it took them 11 days to notice. And then siguro during that, the entire time siguro, this Kirk guy is suffering. Diba? I'm actually impressed that Kirk held out long enough for the Domino's guy to actually send the guy to check out the place and for medical for the medical team to get there, for the emergency team. If I believe, like, imagine if it was like one day or even just several hours late. Imagine if or imagine if the Domino's pizza manager's like, it's a customer, it's their life, huwag natin pakialaman. Although in this case siguro exception talaga kasi imagine you have a brunch and this guy almost every day orders food for you for a decade. Yeah, you'd also be concerned pag nawala yung regular customer mo. But mostly for profit purposes. Shit, wala na tayong cash cow. Di ba? So ngayon may utang na loob na siya sa Domino's. So now he has to buy 2 pizzas per day for his regular meal. Siguro amoy pizza na tong yung dugo mo, amoy pizza na. Anong blood type mo? Pepperoni. Mozzarella, something like that. So yeah, that is probably the last news for today, which means it's time for Florida Man. Florida Man. Ta-da! Okay, so si Florida Man, guys, you know him, you love him. Kaaway ng walang kaaway, kakampi ng walang kakampi, kaibigan ng walang kaibigan, at tagapag-api ng walang umaapi. So, remember earlier when sige, mamaya ko na explain yan. Pero let's go to the headline first. I'm seeing from my Código that is kind of interesting. So let's scroll down and okay, I just remember I don't know why I made the thumbnail this way. But yeah, this is the thing. Florida man fires a flare gun at drops pants and then throws money at the cops. Yeah. So this happened in Marion County, and kailan ba nangyari to? I think nangyari to like 2 days ago. Yep, 2 days ago. So in Marion County, Florida, deputies checked on Florida man at around 4:20 a.m. on Highway 19. Out of nowhere, okay, this one is interesting. Out of nowhere, Florida man whipped out a flare gun at a deputy's patrol car, fired at them, and then he dropped his pants and started flinging money like he was making it rain. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. And then cops tried to tase Florida man twice, but Florida man being Florida man, he was able to yank out the probes like a superhero that he is. He totally is, by the way. And he kept resisting. But eventually, after repeated efforts, the deputies managed to arrest Florida man safely without pants. So yeah, just that. So right now, Florida man faces charges for aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, firing a missile into a vehicle. So apparently, a flare counts as firing a missile into a vehicle, which it is technically, because flare projectile is technically a missile. Anyway, and being a felon with a weapon. Although the weapon is, I'm not sure which one is the weapon, the one inside the pants or the flare gun, or the monies. Yeah, you wonder what Florida man was thinking. Nobody was hurt, by the way. Nobody was hurt in the incident. This Florida man being a silly billy, ganon. So, I think I kind of understand Florida man here. I might not, I don't necessarily agree with his sentiment, but I think he's a pro cop guy kind of guy. Cause you know what happened? I think I think he thinks he's doing the cops a favor. So what happens? He fires a flare gun, cause he just wants to he just wants to show, or he just wants to show the cops a good light show. Basically, fireworks. Diba? Everyone likes seeing fireworks. So Florida man was like, "Hey, here's some fireworks for you." Maybe he was trying to fire upwards, maybe. Tapos sumala lang kaya it ended up hitting the car. So accident lang, guys. He just wants to give the cops a good light show. And then next one would be next point none is, diba, he drops the pants. He drops his pants. So that's fan service, guys. Who doesn't like fan service, diba? So yeah, so aside from the light show, he also wanted to give the cops a good, fan service, diba? So it's for the cops' sake, diba? It's for the cops' entertainment. So that's the second one. And the third point is he started throwing money at the cops, diba? Because who doesn't like money, diba? So I think that's his way of trying to get on the good side of the cops. Hey, you want a light show, you want a show, you want a bold show, and you want some money, here we go. Diba? Damn, we didn't get to see the fan service. Yeah, we didn't get the money, we didn't get the fan service. I think we have to be a cop from Florida for that thing to happen, diba? So imagine you're just this cop, you're tired, you're tired because, oh my god, all this crime fighting and patrolling thing. Hi Imperial Avery, hello Avery, welcome to the stream. But yeah, imagine you're a cop and you're tired, you're just in the highway like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with my life, it's Monday again, oh my goodness. And then suddenly, oh, there's this flare, oh my god, it's not a firework, it's a flare, close enough. It hits your car, but that's not important. The important thing is, ooh, shiny. And then suddenly you have this Florida man in all his glory drops his pants, diba? Syempre, di ko na, oh my god, it's Florida man, I'm so hot and bothered and all that shit. And then last but not least, instead of paying for the show, you're the one that gets paid because Florida man throws money at you, diba? So yeah, thanks Florida man for boosting the morale of cops, I guess. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that. But, Florida man just Florida man things, right? So yeah, that wraps up the news for today. And that means I have to lower the volume here and start to play a kind of sussy kind of music here because something is afoot and the book has been opened. What am I talking about? Can you hear it? There we go. Yeah, it's time for this sound. The most commonly used soundtrack in those low budget games. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's time to read the excerpts from the Bible. So what is the excerpt from the Bible? It's one of those tweets. Yeah, it's some of those experts that you get to say ayo. If it makes you think like you want to say ayo, That is possibly an expert, an excerpt from the Bible. So, we're gonna start with one chapter, and the first one is from you was sakto nandito si Avery. This is from you was 6'5", and sabi lang niya, guys, hear me out, and this is what she posted. And di ba? You can tell. You can